Hi everyone, and welcome back to Level Up Life. Today, we're exploring a powerful concept that can completely shift how you approach growth, success, and change. It's called the 1% rule. You might be wondering, what difference can just 1% really make? The truth is everything. The 1% rule is about making tiny, consistent improvements every day. And over time, those small gains compound into massive transformation. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to get a little bit better every single day. In this video, we'll break down how the 1% rule works, why it's so effective, and how you can apply it in your daily life to achieve big results with small, sustainable changes. Let's dive in. The 1% rule is simple in concept, but incredibly powerful in practice. It's based on the idea that if you improve just 1% every day in any area of your life, those small gains will compound over time. Let's put that into perspective. If you get 1% better every day for a year, you'll be nearly 38 times better by the end of the year. On the flip side, if you get 1% worse every day, you decline towards zero. This is the power of compounding improvement. It doesn't happen in a sudden burst, it happens slowly, then all at once. Success is not a dramatic leap. It's the result of daily habits, repeated consistently over time. The key takeaway is this: you don't need to make huge changes. You just need to keep showing up, improving slightly, and allowing time to do its work. It's tempting to believe that major transformation requires massive effort. But in reality, small changes are often more sustainable and more effective. Here's why. 1. Small changes are easier to maintain. Drastic shifts can be overwhelming and lead to burnout. But a 1% change is doable. It requires minimal effort, so you're more likely to stay consistent. 2. Small changes build confidence. Every time you make a small improvement, you're reinforcing your identity as someone who takes action and makes progress. 3. Small changes reduce resistance. The brain is wired to resist sudden, dramatic change. But small tweaks fly under the radar of fear and procrastination, making it easier to stick with them. Consistency beats intensity. Doing something small every day is more powerful than doing something big once in a while. Consistency turns action into habit. Over time, these small changes build momentum. And once you have momentum, growth becomes exponential. The beauty of the 1% rule is that it can be applied to almost every area of your life. Here are some examples of where you can use it. 1. Health and fitness. Instead of overhauling your diet or starting an intense workout, start by drinking 1 extra glass of water, walking 5 more minutes, or stretching for 5 minutes a day. 2. Productivity. Improve your focus by reducing distractions for just 5 more minutes today than yesterday. Or organize 1 section of your workspace each day. 3. Finances. Save 1% more of your income, reduce 1 unnecessary expense, or spend 5 minutes reviewing your spending habits. 4. Learning and skills. Read 1 more page, learn 1 new word, or practice 1 small part of a skill daily. 5. Mindset and mental health. Start with 1 minute of meditation. Add 1 positive affirmation to your morning. Or spend 1 minute reflecting on what went well that day. The key is to identify small, actionable improvements that are easy to repeat and stick with them. Let's now look at how you can start applying the 1% rule in your own life. Step 1. Pick 1 area. Start small. Choose just 1 area of your life you want to improve. It could be your health, productivity, mindset, or finances. Step 2. Identify your baseline. Know where you are now so you can recognize progress. For example, if you currently read for 5 minutes a day, that's your starting point. Step 3. Define a 1% improvement. Your 1% improvement should be something measurable and realistic. That might mean reading for 6 minutes tomorrow instead of 5, or walking 1 more block. Step 4. Make it a daily practice. Consistency is what turns a 1% change into long-term transformation. Aim to do your small habit daily. Set reminders, build routines, and track your progress. Step 5. Use visual tracking. Use a habit tracker journal or app to log your progress. Seeing your streak grow builds motivation and accountability. Step 6. Celebrate small wins. Every small improvement is a victory. Recognize and reward yourself for showing up. This reinforces the habit loop and encourages you to keep going. Step 7. Adjust as you grow. As your capacity increases, your 1% will grow too. Keep adapting your goals as you become stronger, faster, smarter, or more focused. Remember, success is the result of what you do consistently, not occasionally. Let's talk more about compounding because it's what makes the 1% rule so powerful. Just like money grows in a savings account with compound interest, your small efforts compound too. One extra rep at the gym, one kind word, one better decision. None of these feel dramatic in the moment. But over weeks, months, and years, they create a life-changing difference. This principle works both ways. Tiny gains lead to extraordinary progress, but tiny declines, missing workouts, ignoring goals, repeating bad habits can quietly lead to stagnation or even decline. The 1% rule reminds us that we're always moving in one direction or the other. Each day is a new chance to move forward just a little bit. Let's recap what we've covered today. The 1% rule is about making small, consistent improvements that compound into big results. You don't need to make radical changes. Just aim to be slightly better today than you were yesterday. This principle applies to every area of life: health, productivity, finances, mindset, and more. Success is the result of daily habits, not overnight effort. Here's your challenge. Choose one small improvement you can make today. Stick with it for a week and see what happens. You might be surprised how much one small change can ripple outward. If this video inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe to Level Up Life. Let's keep growing 1% at a time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.